Chris Berry with another estate planning mistake, and this might be the biggest mistake of all. And the biggest problem with estate planning is not the IRS, it's not probate, it's not long-term care costs. The biggest risk is caused by you, and that's procrastination. If you like this information, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Christopher Berry is a leading estate attorney and advisor in the area of retirement and legacy planning. He has been featured in publications such as Forbes, Kiplinger's, Crane's Detroit, and more. He's the host of the weekly radio show and podcast, The Chris Berry Show. He's a national thought leader as it relates to retirement and legacy planning, and has authored the Amazon best-selling book, The Caregiver's Legal Guide.
When we're talking about estate planning mistakes, the biggest mistake is thinking that the enemy is the IRS or probate court or long-term care costs. Really, the biggest enemy as it relates to estate planning, or the biggest mistake we see, is people procrastinating. I've sat down with families in their 80s and their 90s, have no estate plan. Knock on wood, they made it that far without needing any planning. And I get it. Estate planning, talking about death and taxes and incapacity, it's not sexy, it's not fun. That money that you would set aside to pay for an estate plan, it would be more fun to buy a new TV or go on a trip or get a new deck or something. I understand all that. But understand that if you have loved ones, estate planning, it's not about you. It's not about making your life easier typically. Really what it is, it's a love letter to those that you love, your beneficiaries, your children, your spouse, where we set up a legal structure so God forbid something happens to you, your loved ones are in the best position possible. They have less stress because you've handled everything properly. And what it'll do is it'll create peace of mind, so you'll be able to sleep better at night knowing that you've gotten your ducks in a row. Too often I see families come in here and the legacy that their mom or dad or their loved one leaves is that of a mess. Why wasn't this taken care of? Why do we have to go through probate court? Why do I have to search to figure out where they have assets? Why do I have to figure out how these assets are to be distributed to my 5 siblings? Do I have to pay gift taxes on all this because it all came to me? These are all issues that we see on a regular basis. So it's very important to set up your plan ahead of time. It's very easy to procrastinate. I completely get it. It's not fun. It's not exciting to think about death and taxes and incapacity. But the earlier you start thinking about these things, the more options you're going to have on the table, especially as it relates to long-term care. So again, probably the biggest estate planning mistake we see is people procrastinating. So the biggest enemy, it's not the IRS, it's not probate, it's not long-term care costs, it's ourselves. And it comes in the form of procrastination. So if now is the time that you think you want to start getting this taken care of, we have a whole process set up to make this as painless as possible. Just give our office a call at 844-885-4200. This has been Chris Berry with Castle Wealth Group. Thank you so much.
Castle Wealth Group has clients across the nation and helps families plan, protect, and preserve what is important by creating a retirement and legacy blueprint.